Can I have a minute? I have something to discuss with you.
What is it? I'm at work right now, so please make it quick.
You're working today? Even though it's Sunday?
Yeah, it's the opening day of the store we've been preparing for a while. I'm here to check the operations of the shop.
Working like a slave? Is that the latest trend? You'll get sick if you keep working like that. You should quit right now and get a job in your hometown. You can commute from your parents' house if you do that.
What are you talking about? I'm not gonna do that.
You haven't come back home at all lately. Maybe it's because your company is making you work during weekends too. I know you're busy, but it's definitely a nasty company if they make you work that hard.
You don't have to worry about that. The company is allowing me to use some substitute days off anyway. It's not only work that keeps me busy, but I also have plans on my days off too.
I can't believe you have plans on your day off. Your wife Nicole is really pushing you around, isn't she? What a terrible wife. You're being so nice to her and she's taking advantage of you.
Stop talking nonsense about my workplace and Nicole. It's my day off. What's wrong with me making plans with my own wife? Family time is my top priority.
I feel sorry for you since you can't even relax on your day off.
That's not what I'm saying. I want to go out with Nicole on my day off. I can relax whenever I'm together with her.
Poor thing. Looks like you've been brainwashed to think that way.
Huh? What do you mean?
Nicole makes you work hard at a nasty company. Then, she also brainwashed you to go out with her on your days off. What a horrible woman.
How can that be?
You've been acting really strange these days, Edward. The last time you came to your parents' house was during New Year, and it was only a day trip. What's the point of going home if you can't even stay overnight? You know how much I miss you, don't you?
That's because you're always sarcastic to Nicole. I know how bad you've been treating her when I'm not around. If you keep doing that kind of nasty thing to her, why are you expecting me to go back home?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I never said anything sarcastic to Nicole. The food she cooked tastes nothing like what we have at home. I felt sorry for you that you need to eat that kind of food. I was just trying to show her how to cook with the proper seasonings. It's not sarcasm, it's kindness.
I don't think so. Nicole's cooking is delicious. Even Dad liked it. You're just jealous of her, aren't you? That's why you decided to complain about whatever she does?
It's not a matter of liking the cooking or not. It's not acceptable for a daughter-in-law to cook in her own way. I just did what I had to do.
Why is it not acceptable for my wife to cook in her own way? Nicole is married to me and she doesn't need anyone's permission to cook.
What? I can't believe you just talked to me like that. I'm sure that you've been brainwashed by Nicole. It's really sad.
What's this brainwashing you're talking about? Nicole can't brainwash anyone.
No, you've been brainwashed by her. I can't just stand by and do nothing to help you. I'm your mother. I will help you to return to your normal way of thinking. From today, I'll be moving in with you. I have to discipline your wife properly.
Seriously?
If I stay with you, you won't be brainwashed by Nicole. You'll be able to think in a normal way. Then you will realize the pointlessness of being married to your wife. She's just an incompetent wife. If we live together, I can be your shield and protect you.
Your plan is just crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you, but you don't understand. You've lost the ability to understand human kindness because you've been brainwashed. Anyway, I'm going to go there now, so wait for me.
No, I'm not allowing you to do that. Don't come, okay? It's not nice when you do things on your own. We don't have any extra room here. Also, what about Dad? You can't just leave him alone.
Your dad is useless. I don't need him. I knew it. Male parents are no good since they didn't go through the pain of childbirth. No matter how many times I told him that something was wrong with you, he wouldn't believe me. He's really incompetent.
Why would he believe you? There's nothing wrong with me anyway. I think Dad is perfectly sane.
How can he be sane? Anyway, I'm going to move in with you and protect you from Nicole. Eventually, after you're free from the brainwash, you need to get a divorce.
Oh, come on. Give me a break, Mom. I don't understand your way of thinking. I'm telling you, if you come over to my house, there's no room for you.
That's okay. There's one room occupied by Nicole. I'll use that room. It's appalling that she's occupying that room just because she's your wife.
That room is not Nicole's room. We don't have kids now, so we use it as a workroom. It's not going to be your room.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to save you, my dear son. Just wait for me. Edward, can I talk to you now?
What do you want?
I just came to your house, but I don't see anyone there. Can you tell me what's going on?
What?
Your house is empty. Why is it empty?
Huh? I didn't think you'd actually come.
Why not? It's obvious, isn't it? Why is nobody here?
Oh, we moved out of that place a month ago.
Really?
That place was a rental property. Also, the rent was expensive.
Rental property? It was a detached house, wasn't it? I thought you bought that.
You can find many detached houses as rental properties out there.
But why did you move out?
The landlord let us rent the property while he was on a job transfer. Now he's coming back and moving in with his parents. So he's going to rebuild the house into a duplex. That's why we had to move out.
What? You mean you got evicted? What a landlord! It's terrible that he evicted you for his own reasons. That's unforgivable, even if it's just a rental property.
No, it's not that. The lease was up for renewal, so the contract was about to expire. We were planning to leave at this time too.
Then why didn't you tell me? I'm here now. I'm moving in with you, so I have a lot of stuff with me. What am I supposed to do with my stuff?
I don't know anything about that. I told you not to come because there's no room. But you didn't listen to me. You came there on your own.
Because you didn't tell me that you've moved out. Nicole must have put you up to this too. What a horrible wife she is.
No, it's not Nicole's fault. I told her not to tell you.
What? Why?
2 months ago, you made a duplicate key to my house without my permission and broke in several times. I'm not going to let you do that ever again.
What are you talking about?
At first, I thought it was a burglar. I was seriously going to call the cops. I'm just glad that I realized it quickly.
Call the cops?
It's obvious, right? I came home to find all of Nicole's stuff thrown away. Besides, all of the photos with Nicole in it had been ripped out. I knew it was you right away because it was only Nicole's face that got ripped out. There's only one person who would do something like that. Still, it's trespassing. So you could get arrested if I reported to the police. Nicole stopped me from reporting to the police, you know. You should be grateful for that.
You talk as if Nicole was trying to protect me.
Actually, that's true. You didn't get arrested because Nicole was kind enough to prevent me from reporting you to the police.
I didn't do any trespassing. I'm your mother. What's wrong with me entering my son's house?
If you enter your son's house without permission, you are trespassing. And I can't believe you'd make a duplicate key without telling me. Isn't that a crime? After I changed the locks, you stopped coming. That's one of the reasons I moved out from that house so quickly.
Then where's your new address?
Of course I won't tell you. I'll never tell you.
I can't help you if you don't tell me your new address. You've changed the locks and even moved to a new place. I know that Nicole brainwashed you. I have to protect you from her as soon as possible. Oh, what am I going to do?
I'm scared already. Stop it, will you?
I know that you must be scared. That's why I'm going to help you as soon as I can. Nicole is a horrible person.
Don't get me wrong. I'm scared of you, Mom.
Me? Why? I'm just trying to protect you.
How can Nicole brainwash me? She's my precious one. I'm afraid of you, Mom. You are thinking so absurdly. I should have done this a long time ago.
Do what?
I'm going to distance myself from you.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm afraid that you'll do more nasty things to me and Nicole.
What are you talking about? Don't tell me that your wife made you say that too. That's brainwashing.
For heaven's sake, it's my own intention, Mom. I've always hated you for being a control freak, but lately it seems that you've gone too far. To be honest, I don't want to be involved with you anymore.
What are you talking about? It's a mother's duty to worry about her only son. What's wrong with that?
It's nice of you to worry about me, but there's a limit, right? I'm already married.
There's no limit to how much I love my son. It's infinite love.
I'm speechless. Anyway, there's no one in that house anymore, so why don't you go home?
I'm not going home. You'll come and pick me up, right?
I can't.
The movers left all my stuff behind.
I didn't know that you came with all your stuff. Anyway, go home on your own. Send your stuff back now.
No, you're my sweet boy. I believe that you'll definitely come. Mom will be here waiting for you.
Suit yourself.
Edward, you still haven't picked me up yet. It's getting dark around here.
I told you I'm not picking you up. I'm sorry, but I don't live close enough to pick you up.
What? Where do you live now? Far away from here?
I won't give you a detailed address, but it's quite far away from the town we lived.
Your wife took you out to such a place? What a horrible thing to do. I can't forgive her.
That's enough. I told you that Nicole has nothing to do with this. It's my decision. You're always blaming my wife. Nicole cared about you, okay? Don't you understand that?
No, that's not possible. She brainwashed you.
You know what? I'm the one who didn't want to live with you.
Why? Nicole made you tell me, didn't she?
That's not true. I absolutely didn't want to live with you, Mom. I've always hated your over-involvement in my life. Nicole cares about my feelings.
Over-involvement means that I care about you, Edward. I'm always thinking about you on top of everything.
I'm glad you're worried about me, but I'm already in my 30s, okay? How long are you going to treat me like an elementary school kid? I hate it when you do that. That's why I left home right after I entered college. You still don't get it, do you?
I can't believe that.
Even after I got married, I wanted to avoid living together with you as much as possible. But I'm the eldest son, and I knew I'd have to eventually live with you. Unfortunately, after what you've done to Nicole and me in the past, I absolutely can't think about living together with you anymore.
Oh no! What did I do?
After we got married, every time I came back home with Nicole, all you did was being sarcastic and bullied my wife. Nicole put up with it. Even when I warned you, you wouldn't change your attitude at all. If you keep behaving badly like that, even if we moved in together, Nicole would have a hard time. I don't want to put my wife through that kind of pain. That's why I don't want to live with you anymore.
You're abandoning me for Nicole? For a woman like that?
I was gonna do that, but Nicole said that you would be lonely. She said it would be okay if we moved in together with you. You were being so sarcastic to Nicole, and yet it's her who worries about you. Nicole is really a sweet person.
I didn't know that Nicole agreed for me to move in with both of you. Seems that your wife has some good points too. Well, you should let me live together with you then.
Now I have a change of heart.
What do you mean? Why are you moving out of the town if you're planning to live together with me in the first place? Did you get a house for us to live together? If so, that's fine, right?
I wonder why you keep saying that like a broken record. I don't want to live with you anymore.
What?
The trespassing incident 2 months ago caused Nicole to run out of patience.
That wasn't me. I didn't trespass.
Are you sure?
Yes, it must have been a burglar.
The burglar didn't take anything valuable anyway.
That's good. You were lucky.
But Nicole's stuff was in a mess. Most of her clothes were shredded and not in very good condition.
Maybe it was just a case of not having anything to steal, and the burglar was just frustrated. I think I can understand that.
You don't understand at all. It wasn't about stealing from the beginning.
I don't think so.
You just wanted to make a mess of Nicole's stuff, didn't you? Because that would make you feel better.
I told you that wasn't me.
Okay, if you're going to pretend that you know nothing about it, that's fine. I'll file a police report.
Police?
That's right. If it's a burglar, they need to find the culprit. I can't guarantee that there won't be a similar case in the future.
You shouldn't go that far, Edward.
You think so?
Because nothing was stolen, right? That's not even enough to get the police to act.
Trespassing and damage to property are enough for the police to start their investigation.
But you don't live in that house anymore. It's pointless to call the police now, isn't it?
I have photographic evidence with me. I know we've moved out, but they can still take some fingerprints and stuff like that.
But...
Now what? A burglar entered my house. Don't you worry about me?
I'm worried about you, but...
I'll report it to the police.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
It was me who entered your house.
I know.
I was just trying to clean the house a little bit by getting rid of some stuff. I wasn't trespassing.
You were cleaning the house?
That's right. It's cleaner than before, don't you think so?
Do you think that tearing Nicole's things apart is cleaning?
Because with her stuff, there was no space at all for you. I felt sorry for that. Now you have more space in your house. She really is a terrible wife.
I'm not really into clothes, so I have less space. I don't need you to clean my house. Among the clothes you shredded, there was a very precious dress that Nicole's mother had given to her. What are you going to do about it?
I didn't know about that. If it's so important, why don't you just put it in a wardrobe case? That's what happens when you keep things in a messy storage.
She kept it in the closet with care. That's why she thought she couldn't think of living with you anymore. You ripped up everything that was important to her. Nicole has done her best in putting up with all your bad behaviors all this time.
Oh no!
So now, the only person who encouraged me to move in with you has changed her mind. You can't move in with me. Living together with you is out of the question now.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know Nicole cared so much about me. I apologize for what I've done to her. You have to convince her for me, Edward.
It's too late for that now.
If it's just a dress, I'll pay for it. I'll buy her any dress she desires.
You can't reimburse her for that.
Why not?
It was a handmade dress done by Nicole's mother who sewed professionally. You won't be able to find the same dress in this entire world.
Then why don't you have Nicole's mother sew it again? It's so easy, right?
Did you forget? She had a stroke last year. She can't sew anymore.
Oh, is that so?
I can't believe you forgot about that. Fortunately, she survived, but she's paralyzed and can't sew anymore. So it was the last dress my mother-in-law made for Nicole. That's why she treasured it.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again, I promise. So forgive me.
I can't. It's too late.
Just pick me up, will you? How long are you going to leave me alone here?
I told you, I'm not close enough to pick you up.
Then what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, but I just called Dad. He's upset too, so he said that he won't pick you up.
No way!
He told me that you shouldn't come back home since you've brought all your stuff with you and went out.
No kidding! I'm in trouble!
Good for you. You said that you don't need him because he's useless, didn't you? You're free to live on your own now. You'll never get another chance like this in the future.
You're wrong. Edward, you will forgive me, won't you?
I'm not going to forgive you either.
I'm so sorry. I really haven't been a good mother to you. But I promise that I'm not going to mess with you guys anymore. I'll give up living with you, so please, forgive me. That's all I ask for.
It's too late for everything. You were trespassing and tearing up Nicole's stuff. You are such a heartless woman. All you've done was a crime.
I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
It was you who tried to brainwash me, not my wife. In fact, Nicole was the one who thought the most about you. She was always protecting you.
I understood. I'm sorry. So will you forgive me? Please, just tell me where you live now.
You took advantage of me because I was nice to you. I'll make it clear now. I don't want to be involved with you ever again. All I have now is a heart full of anger against you that will last for eternity. Mom was waiting for me to pick her up for a long time. But of course, she never got picked up. She stayed in front of an abandoned house with a lot of luggage. The scene must have been bizarre for anyone to see. The next day, the neighbors reported to the police that there's a suspicious person standing in front of the vacant house. The police had just taken her away, and my dad came to pick her up. I felt sorry for my dad. My wife has given Mom a chance to move in with us together, but she wasted it by conducting such a selfish behavior. So she's now regretting what she has done every single day.
Hey, Isabelle, before I tell you every single time, you paid the bill, right? Hello, Nancy. Bill? What are you talking about? Don't be silly. I left the credit card bill at the entrance so that you can notice. Yes, you left an envelope. Don't worry, I didn't open it. Oh God, you wasted my thoughtfulness, and what, are you trying to harass your mother-in-law? Huh? Harassing you? What kind of thoughtfulness was it? The envelope was under your name. I would look at it if it was addressed to me or Sean, but I would never look at an envelope addressed to you. I put it where you could see it on purpose. It's your job to read my intentions. I'm trying to let you know in a roundabout way to express how much I care about you, but you're not a good wife if you ignore that kindness. You don't understand unless I tell you straight out. Anyway, please transfer $1,000 in my bank account as soon as possible. $1,000? Nancy, what did you spend that much amount on? I went out for a French course dinner with Sean and John, my two lovely sons. And I also bought some new clothes, so that's a total payment of $1,000. Huh? I haven't heard anything from Sean, not my business. I thought I should give Sean a gift for quitting job and John for getting a job. It's a celebration for my beloved sons. I'm sure he didn't tell you out of concern for you. He must be scared of you. If you want to be a good wife, just shut up and transfer $1,000. It's not like I wanted you to ask me out too, but this is too much. I mean, this is such a waste of money and we have our lives to live. I can't pay you. Well, what a heartless person. You don't do any housework or take care of Sean, and you dare to stand up against your family. Why did he marry such a hopeless person like you? Excuse me, I do housework like cleaning and laundry. I can't cook dinner because of work, but I cook meals for a week on the weekends. Shut up. Don't make excuses like that and admit what I say. Meals? Oh, that disgusting looking object. Are you asking me to eat that thing? You've got to be kidding me. Nancy, that's too much. I have to work every day and do housework on my days off, and I'm doing the best as I can to cook meals. If you don't like it that much, I'd appreciate it if you could cook for us once in a while since you don't have a job. Well, you want a mother-in-law to cook for you. You should know who I am. You're so brazen, you dare to use me? You're a truck driver, aren't you? Is it because you work with men that you have such a big attitude? You're a truck driver woman, but you're not good enough. You're not strong enough. How can you work? Nancy, that's old-fashioned. These days, my company has a lot of female staff, and they do less physical work. By the way, I heard that John got a job at a transportation company. Oh, you knew. He got a job at Shooting Star Transportation, a famous local company. It's different from the low-class transportation companies where an incompetent people like you would work. No matter how useless I am, it doesn't mean that the company is also low-class. You're really a person who never stops talking. You are a useless and incompetent wife, that's all. Just shut up and listen to me. Anyway, transfer $1,000 to my account as soon as possible. Also, I have to eat delivery food every night because of your tasteless leftovers. Make sure you transfer an additional $500, understand? I mean, that's not enough, not even close. That's more than what we pay for our own food. We can't afford that much. It's the money you guys spend, so please pay by yourselves. I'm giving you a chance to be a good wife because you're useless, so why don't you thank me? If you can't even do that, then I can't help you anymore. If you despise the feelings of family, I will ask you to leave this house. I'll talk to Sean about it. What's the point? Even if you talk to that boy, my orders are absolute. Even he will agree with me. I'm in a hurry too. If you haven't made the transfer by tomorrow, be prepared. I'll punish you severely. Hey, Sean, can I talk to you about something? What is it? Your mother wants me to pay her $1,500 of her credit card bill and the food expense. What? $1,500? But no choice if Mom said so. It's $1,500. She doesn't even work, and I can't believe she's spent that much. And why didn't you tell me that you went to a French restaurant with her and John? Oh, I forgot. She treated me since I quit my job. She is so rude. Why don't you say anything to her? She's your mother. I'm the one who gets told off. You know how hard she treats me, how much she punishes me around. Well, yes. Your wife is having a hard time and you never tell her. When I heard she was throwing away my meals, I was speechless. I'm sure she didn't mean to. Mom says no, and I can't help it. She's getting old, and you'll be safe as long as you listen to her and don't make a big deal out of it. I do my job. I do the housework. I'm tired, but I'm still trying my best to take care of the house. She tells me I'm incompetent even though I do my best. Your mother treats me like a slave. That's an exaggeration. Mom is just a little bit, well, outspoken. I don't even have my husband on my side. I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm hurt. Don't say that. Just hang in there. Enough. It's not worth talking to you. Isabelle, did you transfer the $1,500? I didn't. I clearly told you that I can't, so you have to do something about it yourself. You are so stubborn, aren't you? What do you think you are doing after I told you so clearly yesterday that even you, an incompetent person, could understand? Just by transferring $1,500, I will forgive you for your selfish behavior up to now. $1,500 is a lot of money and not for a necessary expense, but for a luxury expense. I can't pay it. Aren't you the one who is acting selfishly? That's quite a thing to say, isn't it? You really are a useless wife. You got some nerve to go against me. Don't you understand? As I have told you many times, my orders are absolute. Yesterday, I told Sean. that you demanded the payment of $1,500. He told me too. I heard that you said I treat you like a slave. Even though you were incompetent, were you aware that you were a slave? That made me laugh. But a slave means absolute obedience. You are not conscious enough to be a slave if you resist me. I don't like that kind of treatment. I am not your slave. He even told that to you? I can't believe it. Of course, he's my precious son. He's a good boy who listens to everything his mother says. Of course, John too. They are the sons who never hide anything from me because of the way I raised them. My sons are perfect, unlike some incompetent trash wife who can't even be a slave. I'm sorry for making meals for the whole week at once, but as you know, I'm working. When I married him, both of you and he agreed to it. Even if I could forgive you for making the food for the whole week, I didn't think you were this incompetent wife who wouldn't even listen to her mother-in-law. He was completely fooled, and so am I. I guess I'll have to ask for a divorce. What? Why would you do that? You are a woman, but you work in the transportation business, and you are a wife, but you can't even listen to your mother-in-law's orders. You are so pathetic. I feel sorry for my son. I'll tell him to leave this trash right away. He's too good for you. He's going to get a well-class, good-natured wife who is kind to me. If you asked him to get divorced, would he listen to you right away? We love each other, you know. You're an idiot. I'm sure he wants to get divorced too. He said he doesn't want a strong-willed wife like you who would disobey his mother. Oh no, I've lost hope to both of you. Say whatever you want. A trashy wife like you will never get married, work for a transportation company for the rest of your life. I'll have him write the divorce papers as soon as possible, so you better respond. Yes, ma'am. Well then, I don't even want to see your face, so I want you to pack up your things and leave today. Don't ever step into our house again. It's like the air is polluted when you're in my house. I understand. I will never have anything to do with you and your family again. Hey, Isabelle, what is going on? Can you explain? Is it true that Sean was fired from the company? What is it? It seems like you're really in a panic. We are divorced, so I am a stranger to you. But well, let me tell you, it's true. You didn't know? That can't be true, because he said he left that company to change jobs. I heard that he was negligent and absent without permission, and turned on his boss who warned him about it. It seems that kind of repeated attitude went too far. That's right. He's being sued in civil court by a woman who seems to be the victim. He actually did that? He never said a word about it to me. Oh no. Isabelle, I want you to get back with him and pay the settlement. You still have feelings for him, don't you? I can't take care of him because John's going to make a lot of money. I don't want a son who did such a shameful thing. Is Sean the only one you don't want? You don't know anything. From what I've heard, he also did sexual harassment to female colleagues at the company, and that's probably one of the reasons. Huh? It seems he caused an accident because of DUI while on duty and were fired from his previous transportation company. He hid the fact and didn't report it to the company that offered him the job, even though his license was suspended. It's outrageous that he would mispresent his employment status, and even more outrageous that he would DUI while on duty. That's not true. A serious John would never do such a thing. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask himself? I mean, I'm not sure when you will be able to talk to him. I don't think he will be at your house. What do you mean? I heard that Shooting Star Transportation reported for false declaration and concealment. He is accompanied by the police on suspicion of fraud and is now in custody at the police station. What? What do you mean? That can't be. He's not at home and he's not answering the phone. Isabelle, who are you? Are you stalking him? How do you know his history? Stalking? No way, he's not even worth it. Actually, it's because I'm the president of Shooting Star Transportation. Huh? What? I was at an important business meeting when he was having an interview for the job, so I didn't notice because I didn't see him. That's a lie. An incompetent person like you can't possibly be the president. I won't allow you to try to trick me. I will sue you. If you don't trust me, why don't you see our website? Even John should have at least check the president of the company he went to interview with. It is listed at the top of the page with my real name and photo. Well, I'm a professional myself, so I wouldn't have hired someone like him anyway. Oh, it is true. What a surprise. Do you understand now? Thank you for being so surprised that you lost your words. He also applied for the job without knowing that I am the president of Shooting Star Transportation. I inspected his license number and found out that his license was suspended. I checked with his former employer and found out that he had an accident due to DUI while on duty. Furthermore, they told me that he had damaged the company truck, was fired, and had been ordered to pay compensation. I do not believe it. I won't believe it. It's a lie. It has to be a lie. I don't believe that my great boy was fired for DUI. Do you know DUI is a criminal offense, regardless how many times he has done it? Did he have any money? Where did he get the money to pay the fine? Huh? The fine? He needed $10,000 to get into a company, so I borrowed it from payday loan. Don't tell me he used that money to pay for the DUI fine. It seems I was right. What is going to happen to John? Because of the fraud, will he be put into jail? If he gets a criminal record, it will be hard for him to get another job. Oh no, Sean is also being sued and even John is being arrested. Those brothers are shit. They are doing the same thing. I'm so glad I got divorced before I got involved. Thank you. Hey, Isabelle, you're the president of Shooting Stars, right? You have power, right? Since we once had a relationship, could you get John hired and keep quiet about the violations and suspensions? You must make a lot of money if you're the president, right? You can cover the necessary expenses for me and my 2 sons. No, think about it. It was me, the president, who made the decision to turn him down, right? There is no way I would hire him. I cannot live forever with a devilish mother-in-law who treats me like a slave and mommy boy sons who cannot support their wives. Let's start over, please. Don't say it like that. I'll be nice to you and I won't call you incompetent. If the president of Shooting Star Transportation is a relative of mine, I'd be proud of myself. I'm sorry, but I politely decline. You were proud of your sons, weren't you? Do your best to clean up your scum brother's mess. I have nothing to do with this. Goodbye. Please don't contact me again. I'm busy. Oh no, wait a minute. Isabelle, help us. John, who had his job offer turned down, was charged with fraud for filing a false report to Shooting Star Transportation. He was also found to have been driving without a license during the period of suspension. My ex-husband settled with the victim of sexual harassment and fortunately the lawsuit was discharged. The settlement was $10,000. He had no such savings. He cried out to his mother for help and she started to borrow money from payday loan. She was forced to repay about $20,000 in debts and pay off a truck worth few $1,000s. Isabelle and Sean moved to a public housing and are living while working and paying back the tremendous amount of money. On the other hand, my recent situation is that Shooting Star Transportation is a company where a lot of women work, and the fine service we provide has become famous and it has even been featured in a magazine. As a female president, I am also working hard to make the company bigger and bigger by doing my best. Of course, I am also improving myself and looking for a new love.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!